So a little bit about TCC and what is Trade Coin Club. First, before we get started, I want to tell you a little bit about who Joff Paradise is and where I am in the company. I'm the director of the United States, Canada, Germany, and looks like Nigeria or Africa at the moment. And we have Dover Braga, we have Pedro, we have Ricardo, and all of us are the four musketeers combined. We are one for all and all for one. So I hope you guys can see my screen. You should be seeing Trade Coin Club logo with different little graphics behind there. I'd like to welcome everybody from the United States. We have Brazil. Looks like we have people from all over the world on here. So we're getting out to around the world. We're in 155 countries at the moment, folks. 155 countries. Now that means like some of the countries we have 4 or 5 people. Like Switzerland, I think we have 15 people are actually in the Trade Coin Club. So we're getting it out, getting the words getting out, thanks to all of you. And I can't tell you how much Dover and Ricardo and Pedro and myself appreciate all you're doing. And I know all of the hard work that you've put in. I hope you're sharing this invite-only webinar to friends and family and people that mean something to you. We have such an amazing opportunity to help people around the world and feed hungry children. We've selected to feed 1 million kids this year, hopefully, with your help and joining arms with us and joining hands to feed 1 million children is our goal. And I hope all of you will come along on that ride and see us achieve that. So a little bit about Joff Paradise. I've been an entrepreneur my entire life, pretty much. I started as a young boy drawing and using my art, and I sold businesses and bought and sold businesses. I ended up doing my college. I always tell people, education will make you smart, self-education will make you rich. Never stop studying, never stop reading, continue to go forward in your life and learning all you can. If you don't know about cryptocurrency and what Bitcoin and all the cool stuff that's out there as far as the cryptocurrency industry, I'm going to tell you a little bit about that today. But me being an entrepreneur, I needed a place to put some coin or to put some currency at one time in my life. And I sold a bunch of health clubs. I owned 10 health clubs, 3 casinos, 2 bars, and a restaurant and a coffee shop at one time. And I had to, unfortunately went through a divorce, and going through that divorce, I had to find a place to put some of that money, and I ended up putting it into Bitcoin at $1.90 a coin, and the rest is history. As you know, in 2010, it was became a recognized currency, and from there, it's just been an amazing ride. And we got together and decided that this platform is something that has been amazing and is something that we can use to help people all around the world. We're not here to try and raise money, so don't think we're here trying to take your money to raise money to build a company. The company's already built. We are a brick and mortar company. We are licensed and insured, and there are people that work for Trade Coin Club right now, and we are trading, and those people are actually live human beings that watch the trades and how they are going every day. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and start this presentation. I'm going to we're going to talk a little bit about currency, but first let me tell you what TCC is, a Trade Coin Club. We are a membership club. We've been created to help people around the world, like I said. Let me get back to that slide again. This thing wants to go for me, I guess. Here we go. Stop it there. So we are revolutionizing the trading market or industry. We have the very first license in the world to do crypto coin trading. Now our license lets us trade on all currency, but we select the top 10 for the day, and that's the currency that we trade on. So this is a competitive billion-dollar market, and we want to let you guys have access to that. And how we've done that is by creating the trading platform that you're seeing now, which is TCC. If you haven't received a link to the back door, because as you know, if you go to tradecoinclub.com, you're going to see the front door, it's closed. You're going to see a beautiful website front of our logo, and you'll see some graphics, but behind there you don't go anywhere because we closed off the front door. We haven't even launched. We haven't even pre-launched. So you're at the right time at the right place, to use that old cliche, which I don't think it is, because timing is everything. There's bad timing, there's good timing. As you know, bad timing is like in 2011 when I lost my leg. My leg is amputated. I have a rod, 18 screws and 2 plates in my leg. I have a plate in my head. I've gone through a tremendous amount of adversity, I guess you could say, with doctors telling me I'd never walk right again, never be able to complete a sentence. And obviously I'm doing walking. You can't see me walk, but hopefully you guys will be here in April to see that happen, because I am walking, and obviously I am talking again and completing sentences after spending a year in a wheelchair, a year in speech therapy, learning how to talk. And I wasn't going to just sit down and take a check and be on disability my whole life. I decided to make things happen and continue. And if I couldn't work with my hands, I was going to figure out a way to work. And Trade Coin Club came around, and this is how I'm doing it. And so we want to share this with the entire world and share our platform, our software platform, with you guys. Again, we're not sitting here, we're not trying to raise money. We're just trying to show you something that's working and that will work for you too. So Trade Coin Club was designed for you. We're going to get into the different memberships and how and just how it was designed for you. But before we do that, let's talk a little bit about what is trading. For some of you, you probably don't know, or maybe you do know that you have to have a vendor, you have to have a customer. The vendors or the manufacturer and the trader, you trade and you buy stock. So for instance, if we're talking about negotiations that take place in the financial industry, by using our sophisticated technology and the tools that we've designed through the strategies that we found, and basically we've taken about 6 years of data, and we have used that to study. And our system, our computers have analyzed the data and to see where the algorithms are and to see, and it really breaks down to being very simple. You buy low and you sell high. And it's that simple. You buy an investment low, and then you turn around and sell it high. And that's basically what we're doing here with our system. So, and as an example, if you bought 100 stocks of Apple and back in the market when it opened in Wall Street, that $100 would have made you 500 in profit in just a day. So to give you an example of people that have made it over in a day, just overnight, been billionaires. You've got George Soros, who earned $1 billion in one day in the stock market. Jesse Livermore, Jim Simmons, as they call, 1929, he was famous for doing what they call shortening of the stocks. So buying, selling short. Amazing stuff that's going on in the world that's happened, and these men and these older gentlemen have become very wealthy, and today it was what we know as old money, and we are the new money. Digital currency is the new money, and it's what's taking over today. And you're going to see that the more and more you get involved, because it is a one world currency. Back in the ancient times when trading happened, we would trade like milk for a goat or a goat for some milk, and you would barter, as they call that. And then in the 21st century, you've seen stock trading and trading between the stocks. Let me ask you something. Did you see any money trading places on the stock floor? No, you saw a lot of people with a bunch of paper and pencils or pens writing down and buying and selling stock, but you never actually saw currency moving. And then today we have what's called the new century and our new coin, or the new currency, and that's called digital currency. And that's the trading of digital currency. And that's what we're talking about right now and doing. So how did that come about? Well, the very first, it was blockchain, is basically how it started. And blockchain was invented. The very first blockchain was actually called the Genius Block. And if you go back in and start studying cryptocurrency and blockchain and how Bitcoin was actually born, Bitcoin was thought up in actually 2007. It was born in 2008. And it became commercialized in 2009, which was when 2008 and 9 was when I actually got in and was selling my health clubs. And then in 2010, Bitcoin was actually sold to Papa John's Pizza. They bartered with the guy for a pizza for 10,000 coins. Now today, if you would have bought that pizza, that's the most expensive pizza I've ever heard of, because if you had 10,000 Bitcoin right now, you'd have approximately $9 million in value, cash value in USDA currency. That's a big expensive pizza. That had to feed at least a few thousand, right? Well, no, it was just a pizza. But they had to establish value. And what we're talking about is simple economics. The more people out there that want Bitcoin, the more valued it is and the more it's going to go up. It's just like gold. If you take gold right now and you know that it's going to increase and decrease in value depending on the demand. Well, Bitcoin is just pretty much the same thing. There's only so much gold. Well, then again, there's only so much Bitcoin. So the more people that want it, the higher it's going to be, the more the demand, and the more demand drives the price up. So the more merchants that are going to want to take that because they're going to want your Bitcoin for whatever they're giving you. And that is considered bartering right now. So I love that. So Bitcoin was valued in 2010 at 10 cents a coin. That's when it actually became a valued currency, and it was recognized currency by the United States even as a currency. And then in 2016, right now, as you know, we just got out of 2016 where it was up to over $1,000 a coin. And just think about it. If you would have had $100 in Bitcoin uh, back, 6 years ago, today you would have over 700. If it was at 700, so it's at 900. So you'd have over $900,000 worth of Bitcoin right now valued at. That's pretty strong. So we've talked a lot about Bitcoin, but we haven't talked about cryptocurrencies. Guys, there's over 740 cryptocurrencies in the world right now that people can trade on every single day. And again, our license allows us to trade on whatever currencies our analyze and our people that analyze and tell us, our broker, basically our guys that are analysts that tell us what we should trade on that day. And of course, Bitcoin is the anchor because it's the most valuable coin. So think about it. Now, if another coin becomes like Ripple or Dash and it becomes one of the #1 coins and we wanted to use the same platform but use it as an anchor, then there's a whole nother business that we can open up again and you guys can be participating in that. But right now we are the only currency company or company that trades on cryptocurrency in the top 10 in the world. So we choose those top 10 using Bitcoin as the anchor. I hope you're all with me so far. So our trading software, and this is pretty high-tech stuff. There's actually only 10 people in the entire United States that know how to even work and develop our software. But what we've done is we figured out how to trade cryptocurrency and do uploads and downloads and take this daily and use our system in a high transaction volume. And what do I mean by that? Well, it means that our volume or our system can trade within microseconds. So we can make millions of micro transactions every second. Do you know any human being that can do that? I don't. And I don't think there is anyone out there that knows how to do microsecond transactions. But that allows us as members to profit every single day, every hour, for all of our members throughout the world that we trade. And we trade, a good spot to tell you about how we trade. We trade Monday through Friday, every Monday through Friday, business hours, just like this exchange trades. We trade on business hours because we have live people again that actually work. We have a person that oversees the low risk level. We have people that oversee medium risk and high risk, and those people oversee each one of those levels to make sure all those trades are going through properly and everything's working, and those people have to be paid. So yes, you can trade cryptocurrency 24 hours, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, but our trading system only goes Monday through Friday. And think about this. I just talked about our risk level, and you should see the screen right now, and it should say stop loss. And if you're looking at the stop loss, we're going to talk about that here in a minute, but that's basically setting your risk level. And your risk level is depending on how much, where you set low, medium, or high, and I'll go into that in a minute of what that means. So let's look at this example. We have Bitcoin, and then let's say we're trading off of Bitcoin. Now we're using Bitcoin as leverage. So we're taking the value of that Bitcoin and leveraging it against the other top 9 cryptocurrencies. So to give you an example, if we traded Bitcoin and we came in at 4:31 p.m. and we bought 1,000, which would be 0.010 BTC, and we bought 8, and it was trading at $8. And then 5 minutes later, we sold it for 10. Therefore, what happens? Well, that makes a profit of, if you go in at 1,000, that's 2.70 Bitcoin. That's approximately a $2,000 valued increase. So basically, what I'm saying here is just like I said before, you buy low, you sell high. And we do that with the top 10 cryptocurrencies, as you see over here on the right. And again, there are more than 700 recognized cryptocurrencies out there. There are actually over 2,000 that aren't recognized. And if you're going to get into crypto space and crypto industry, personally, I like the ones that are recognized because I don't have to find someone to buy my coin. I can actually cash it out in a wallet by like Coinbase or someone like that, or use blockchain and so on. So if you're not familiar with those words and those things, Familiarize yourself. Guys, no one is holding a gun to your head right now to tell you have to get into TradeCoin Club. No one's telling you that you got to do it or else. No one's going to do that because, and I'm not here to hype this up. I'm here to explain to you how it works. And it works on a really beautiful level. But we want you to know that this is something that you should decide to do for yourself, not for someone else. And then once you've decided and you've made the right decision, you think you've made the right decision, then you can go ahead and hop in. And like I said earlier, the front door is closed. You have to have a special invitation link, which I call the VIP backdoor access link. And if you like that, you can go onto that link. And then from there, you can actually go into the kitchen and play around in the kitchen and use the utensils and cook something if you want. And that basically is letting you into the back door and showing you everything in the back in the website area, in the back office as we call it. And then after you've seen all that and you like what you see, then you can participate. And how do you participate? Well, that's our next slide. How do you participate is becoming a member of TradeCoin Club. There's 3 memberships that we have for offer to you. One is an apprentice, one is a trader, and one is a senior trader. At an apprentice, you can come in at just 0.25 Bitcoin. Now, if you take what Bitcoin's trading at, let's say $900, for example, and you times that by 0.25, you'll come up with a number that's less than 300 USDA dollar bills, and then you would put that into an exchange and you'd get your Bitcoin. Then you would buy your Bitcoin into the TCC platform, and our leaders will be be happy to show you how that happens and how that works. But if you come in at a trade level, you want to make sure, or at apprentice level, you are going to be able to go all the way up to 0.99 Bitcoin. Now our system will recognize, so for instance, if you're already in and you came in at 0.25 Bitcoin and now you've been trading with us for a week and you're compounding your trades and you're actually making Bitcoin, because it's not currencies, you're making Bitcoin. So at this point you're like, well, I'm going to put that trade money back into my account. And let's say you go all the way up to 0.99 and then all of a sudden you get to 1 Bitcoin. Well, the system is going to recognize that and it's going to automatically upgrade you to the trader level. Okay, so please understand that once the system recognizes you at trader level, and this is important because the system goes forward, it doesn't go backwards. So if you're continually putting your trading money in and compounding, which is what I do, and which a lot of my friends do because they like to see that money grow, of course, the more you put in, the more you get out. So if you do that, the system's not going to let you take it back out until after your membership's expired or when it comes into your expiration. And we'll talk about how many months of each membership is. So let's go to trade level. That goes from 1 Bitcoin to 4.9 Bitcoin. Again, as soon as the system, if you want to add money, you can always add money to it of Bitcoin. You can always add your Bitcoin back into it. You can always, put your trading or your commissions, you can roll those back over, and I'll talk about commissions and how you get commissions here in a few minutes. But let's go, when you go from 4.99 Bitcoin, automatically the system will see that you have 5 Bitcoins, and guess what? Now you're a senior trader, and you get to take advantage of the senior trading, all the things that come along with that. Now, how do you become a partner with us, or how do you become a member of TradeCoin Club? Of course, one is to buy a membership, but every single membership, there is a membership fee. And I like to talk about all the fees and be transparent as possible. So keep in mind that that fee is 0.05 Bitcoin. That's what it costs to get onto the robo or to get onto the system and start using it. Everybody understanding with me so far, I hope? So good. Thank you guys for all your good comments. I appreciate you very much. So yes, once you've paid, now let's think about that. If I have to pay 0.05 BTC and I'm going to come in at an apprentice level, then that means I need to add that. So then it costs me, actual costs to get into the system is 0.30 at an apprentice level. Now, if I want to be in at a senior level, then that means I have to put in 5.05 BTC. That's not 0.5, that's not 5.50, it's 5.05 BTC. So please remember that, okay? And then we'll talk about there is a penalty that it's applied if you cut short on your membership, And we'll talk about that next. And I want you to know all those fees and all that stuff. And here we go to the next slide. So here, 8 means, this messy means months. We're changing that on the slide to say months, so it'll be in English and not Portuguese and Spanish mixture here. But it means that if you come in at an apprentice level, you have 8 months of trading. If you come in at a trader or a senior trader, you have 12 months of trading. If you come out short on those months, if in other words, if you say, well, I don't want to be in, I'm just in 6 months and you're in about your second quarter, and remember, every quarter, every 4 months, this is every quarter, we take 25% of your trading. That means your gain, not what you put in. We don't take 25% of your 5 Bitcoin, your 1 coin, or your 0.30 or 25 Bitcoin. We take only on your gain. We take 25% and we give you the lion's share, which is 75%. That means the bigger share. So what's that mean? Well, that means that we've made you money. We've done trading for you. All you've done is rolled it over and you've watched it and you've shared the plan with some people, and we're going to pay you handsomely, 75%. Every 4 months you get to keep that, and we take 25%. Now, if you come out early, like I said, if you say, well, I don't know why you would, but if you do and you withdraw early, we do keep 50% of the trading of the money that you put in. So if you put in 5 Bitcoins, we're going to keep 0.25 or 2.5 Bitcoin out of that, and that's to pay the commissions and to pay the fees. Because think of this, if you get in 3 months and you're short of the quarter, you're still going to owe that 25% for the months that you've been in. So we have to pay those fees. And again, we are a for-profit company, so we have to collect that money back. And we have to have a way to keep that money in the system as a reserve. So that way, no one loses. And if everyone, a bunch of pulled out, we wouldn't lose as far as a company and go out of business. So you would always have your Bitcoin and it's always secured. And again, we are licensed and insured. So keep that in mind. Now, what does that mean underneath this slide? It says stop loss. And that really should change to risk level. And at a risk level, and this doesn't mean these stop losses aren't at any trade level. You can set this stop loss at any level, at any trade membership you come in at. So if you're an apprentice, a trader, a senior trader, or one of our founding members, then you already know that you can understand that the stop loss or risk level can be set at any of these membership levels, okay? So guys, it means that risk level at a low level, that means that the least that you're going to do at low risk is 0.35%. Now keep in mind, that's not brackets. That means that we're going to pay you, or you're going to make off of your Bitcoin at least 0.35% at low risk. At medium risk, it's 0.40%. And at high risk, it's 0.45%. So every day, if we had a bad day in the trading, you wouldn't have a bad day. You would only make 0.45%, which is depending on what level or what Bitcoin you came in at. That would depend if it's 4 or 5 valued at $4 or $5, $10, whatever, however many coin you have in there. You can do the math at 4 or 5%. It's not a lot, but it sure beats a negative or you actually losing money. So I hope everyone's with me so far. I would rather make it than lose it any day. So again, we are leveraging your Bitcoin against the other top 9 other cryptocurrencies out there and trading off of it every single day. And you're making money, or you're making Bitcoin every day, whether it goes up or down. That's a beautiful thing. So I think I've explained the fees. I've explained what the stop loss and risk level is. So now let's talk about the compensation part of it. And guys, I really appreciate all your comments. You guys are awesome. Thank you very much for sticking with me and going through this. It's a fun time. I really immensely enjoy giving back and doing what I'm doing today. And I can't tell you, I guess you can tell the excitement in my voice that this is an amazing opportunity. Now we're going to talk about how we're going to pay you and compensate you for referrals. Now, guys, think about this. Uber does referrals. If any of you have taken Uber or Lyft, you've probably gotten an email or a text message that says, if you'll refer 5 of your friends, we'll give you $50 in Uber ride or $100 in Uber rides. Or if you drive for Uber, they'll actually give you $150 to $500 to refer another Uber driver. Wow. Your bank, if you bank at certain banks, they'll actually give you money to refer another banking client and have them come in and open up an account. So think about this. We're going to give you money in Bitcoin to refer people. And wouldn't you want to refer people if this is a good system, if it's working for you and making you money? Heck, I've referred my mom, who's older than I am. I'm a baby boomer. I've referred my wife, my daughter, people that are close to me, because this is such an amazing program that you want to refer people. You're going to want to anyway. I've had people tell me they aren't going to refer anybody. They're just going to get in this as a passive investor. And then they see this actually working and they see the system and they've actually pulled money out. And it's funny because non-believers first come in, they come in, they go, okay, well, I'm just going to put a little bit in. And some of these people are big investors. They mean by a little bit like 20 or 30 coin. And then they see it make them that money back right quick. And then they see this compensation plan and they're like, you know what, I think I do have somebody that I'd like to get into this. And so you can think of, I'm sure, a couple of people that would like to increase their value, and especially if they have Bitcoin. So let's talk about the 5 different ways that we're going to compensate you, or TCC is going to compensate you in Bitcoin. And keep in mind, guys, we don't have to do reports and all that stuff and 1099s and all those bad words, because we actually take Bitcoin and we pay out in Bitcoin. And so if we pay you in Bitcoin, then that's in Bitcoin, and that's as we call it, a one world currency. So there is nothing to tell anybody about. It's encrypted currency. Gotta love it. So what is a direct referral, indirect, team bonuses? We're going to go through those right quick. Referral, team bonuses. I'm going to go through those kind of quickly and give you guys an idea. The last 2 are things that are going to happen in the future. If you're just getting in right now, you're going to want to know about the top 3 things. And so these are the things that you're going to want to know about right now. And that's direct referral. Number 1, which is where you make your most, is at 10%. So for every single person that you refer to us, we're actually going to give you 10% across the board. It doesn't matter if you're an apprentice trader or a senior trader. You still get 10%, up to 0.99 as an apprentice, 0.499 as a trader, and there is no limits on senior trader. For every single referral, every time you refer someone, we're going to give you, without limit, 10%. So think about it now. This is, if you're at an apprentice and you refer enough people, and you refer 5 people, that's going to take you to trade. And if you refer another couple of people, that's going to take you up to senior trader, because the system's automatically going to recognize that if you're putting the money back into the system. Now, if you're taking that money and putting it into your wallet, it's only going to pay you up to those numbers that I just referred to. Okay? Now, let's talk. I hope you understand what a direct referral is. A direct referral is when you actually personally recommend someone. How do you do that? Well, if you're already in TCC, you can look under sponsor a friend or refer a friend, and you'll see your link, your sponsor link at the top. Or if you're actually on the main page and you are not even if you've joined yet, you cannot refer anyone because you won't be found. But if it's kind of a pay to play thing, guys. So once you become a member with TCC, then you can take your link and refer other people to that link. And that's their backdoor access. That's that VIP room backdoor access that I talk about, because remember, we don't pre-launch until the 27th of this month, which is in 7 more days. I hope you guys are as excited as I am, because my wife and I are like counting down the days, because we're headed to Belize on the 26th, and the 27th I'm going to be doing a Skype. That Friday is a webinar time, and I promised you guys that I would do a webinar at 1 o'clock every single week, 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. I will do this webinar again, but we're going to be in Belize doing it. So you talk about excited. I mean, my gosh, it's all I can do not to hop up and down on one leg. I feel like a one-legged guy in a you-know-what kicking contest over here. This thing is just, it's blowing my mind. So let's move on. What's a direct referral? That's when you go out and you get somebody. Got it? Good. So let's talk about number 2. That's an indirect, or excuse me, whoop, let's go back. Where am I at here? Come on, machine. There we go. Number 2, indirect referral. And an indirect referral is when your direct referral goes and gets someone and they refer them. Now they've taken their link and their backdoor access link, or their little copied and pasted, and they did their link, and now they've come in, and you might even not know that person, but we're going to go ahead and pay you on that also. And we're going to pay you, that pays another 10% divided by 7 generations. At an apprentice level, basically what that means is that on your Your indirect referral, we're going to pay you down to 3 levels for your second, third, and fourth generation. Trade level is going to pay you down to 6 generations, and senior trade level down to 8 generations. That's phenomenal. So you're probably, some of you that's been in this business may be asking, well, what happens if I max this plan out? Well, we've got something for you there too. When will the company pre-launch? I just said this month, the 27th, 28th, and 29th. We're doing our pre-launch in Belize, that's where we hold our license. That's where our brick and mortar, that's where our company is. That's where all the employees are that work inside the building. And guys, keep in mind, this is not a place that you can just go and open the door and walk in. This is a high security building that we just don't allow just people to walk in. You need an appointment to go see and meet with corporate. And you need to be invited also to come into our pre-launch. We're invited the top 20 people from all over the world. We have all different countries that are coming in and being represented, and I'm going to let you see them all and meet most of those people. If I can have you meet them all, that'd be great, but you might even know some of them. Okay, let's get back to business at hand. This is the third level, and that's team bonuses. Team bonuses are paid 8, 9, and 10% depending on what trade level you're at. Hopefully by this time you've increased all the way up to senior trader because you've been rolling over your commissions or trades back into the exchange and you're making more. But if you're taking the money out, then you're going to stay at an apprentice or trader or senior trade level, and then we'll pay you up to 2 BTC at apprentice, at trade level up to 10 BTCs, which is Bitcoin, and at senior trader up to 15 BTCs for every 10% of commissions on your team. So that means that they go out and they get 2 people. That's a team bonus. Then those people go out and get, it's actually 3. It's a 3x12 matrix. So those people go out and get 3 people. You go out and get 3 people. Your sponsor just got a team bonus. They go out and get 3 people. They just got a team bonus, and the team bonuses go up. So you got to love that. If you guys are with me that far. Now, number 4, now these are things that are going to happen later on as you're building. Yes, January 27th. That's correct. Someone asked the question, making sure. I did say the 27th, 8th, and 9th, but it is January. That's this month, 7 days from now. Keep up. Here we go. So is there a monthly fee to use our system? Well, of course, yeah, there's a monthly fee. And as an apprentice, it's 0.015 BTC. At trader, that's 0.030, and at senior trader, it's 0.045 Bitcoin. Now figure that up, guys. If you're trying to figure that up in dollars in your mind, it's $9.99, $19.99, and $29.99 basically a month. It comes out automatically out of your back office and it'll come out of your commissions or trade. So always try to make sure you keep at least that 0.45 in there at the end of the month because it comes out at the end of the month. Okay, so it is just like, it's just like day trading, I guess you guys could say. At the end of the day, we cash out. Or not cash out, but we give you your trading. And so at the end are your commissions, and your commissions are done every few minutes. Every time someone comes in, it's live. So your commissions go in right then. On your trading, it's at the end of the day, and then you can take that out and cash it out every day if you'd like, or put it in your wallet, or roll it back over. Okay. So again, what is number 4? And this is crazy. This is a bonus residual. And again, this is a 3x12, so you need 3 people. And then once you've got your 3 people, 2 on one side, 1 on the other, because it's a binary, as you've seen already if you're in. And that goes down to 12 levels. So basically, if you max this out and you max out our system at 531,441 people, and you've maxed out, you're going to be making 2,391 Bitcoin a day just at this level. That doesn't count your other 3 levels that we talked about, your direct referrals and your indirect referral. All those don't count. This is just in bonus residual. Just in bonus residual. Now, if you only did 10% of that, that's 239 Bitcoin a day. If you did 1%, that's still 23.91. That's almost 24 Bitcoins a day. Anybody on this call that couldn't use 24 Bitcoins a day, you might want to get off the call. So let's get, or the webinar, I should say. It's not really a call, is it? So guys, I hope you're with me so far. Just think about the numbers. This is something that spillover will help you with. It's indirect, it's spillover, it all counts. As long as you have your 3 people, you're participating in bonus residual. And this is beautiful. The monthly fee, would that be the number per month, not per day? Yes, that's per month. That's a monthly fee. It says it at the top if you can't see it on my screen. I'm trying to, I think I'm sharing my screen. But anyway, yes, you can see it is a monthly fee. Okay, so it's based on monthly earnings, not based on what you put in. It's based on monthly earning. And if you don't make at least 0.25 Bitcoin, none of this matters because you don't pay anything. We are a win-win situation company. If you don't win, if you don't make at least 0.25, which is basically what you came in with, if you don't make that every month, every quarter, you don't pay anything, guys. You don't pay anything. Yes, at 2,391 Bitcoin a day, that's over 2 million a day. Anybody here can't use that? Okay. So everybody with me on this so far? You guys understand? It is an incredible opportunity. I love it. The wows and all these notes that I'm getting from people. You guys are awesome. Thanks so much. Milton and JR and my own me. I love you guys are thank you so much. So let's go on to what I love, and this is our next, this is what we call our career plan. And we love it because we want you to be with us for the rest of your career. We want to make TCC a career opportunity for everyone. And how do you cycle? Everybody talks about cycling. Now, this doesn't mean you go out and get on a bicycle and start pedaling around the block. That's not that kind of cycle. Not a unicycle. It's not a motorcycle. It's a cycle. And how do you cycle? Well, guys, you cycle because every time you get your 3 people in, so you've qualified, and now if you get a cycle, which is 1 coin on each leg. So every time your team and yourself earns a coin on each side, that's a cycle. At just 2 cycles, you get a pin to go on your lapel. At 5 cycles, what do you get? At 5 cycles, you move to level 2 and you receive 1 pin, another pin that says number 2. Now, number 3, level 3, career plan number 6. At 10 cycles, we're going to give you a very beautiful Mont Blanc pen. If you've never written with a Mont Blanc pen, you're going to love it. You're probably not going to want to give it to anyone else, and it'll be a pen that you'll cherish because I know I cherish mine. And Will, yes, you have earned the cruise already. You've earned a pen. You guys are flying through these career plan levels and cycles. Guys, the next level is 50 cycles. And like you can see on here, Will and quite a few other people have, Ryan and Calais and myself and Judy and just on and on have already earned this cruise. And that's just 50 cycles. And it's not hard to achieve. This is one of my favorite ones coming up. Career plan, again, this is number 5. And at number 5, we're going to send you guys to Belize. We're going to give you a couple of days of training. You're going to meet everyone in the office and see how the system works, hands-on. We're going to actually train you on showing you how to use the system and the manual trading and how all that works and give you some hands-on stuff and answer any questions you might have. And then we're going to give you a couple of days to enjoy Belize and to enjoy, it's not an island, but it is a beautiful part of the country down there in the Caribbean. And so you're going to enjoy that beautiful blue water. And hopefully if you're a diver, you're going to get to do some diving and some snorkeling and go out on the boat if you'd like to fish and stuff like that. But we're going to show you around. Now, guess what? At 200 cycles, yes, we're going to give you a Texas Timex. That's called a Rolex. And the Rolex, that's a stainless Rolex. It's valued at, I believe, around $8,000. You're just, I mean, it's a beautiful watch. I hope you guys understand that the at just 200 cycles. And most companies here, they, guys, think about it. They give 1 car away, they give a watch away, or they'll give some cash away, but they never give it to every single person in the company. This is a plan where every single one of you can have every one of these things that I'm talking about. Every one of you should accomplish all the way to the Rolex. Every one of you should accomplish getting the next one, which is career plan number 7, or level 7. And that's trader level 7. And get this, 500 cycles. And this is at trader level and above. Of course, apprentice level, you'd be way above that already. So at 500 cycles, we give you a Toyota Corolla, a brand spanking new Toyota Corolla. And yes, we ask that you do drive it for at least a year before you get rid of it. So think about it. It's marketing. Now at level 8, 750 cycles, we're going to do a BMW 320i. I hope to see a whole lot of BMWs pulling up in April. I hope some of you guys will already have that coming up, and you're going to see this is going to be a blast. I'd love to see these cars roll up and at the hotel. I'm not disclosing the hotel yet, but we're just about to ink that deal. But we're expecting anywhere from 4,500 to 5,000 people coming in for our mega launch, and that is a huge launch. But anyway, at 1,500 cycles, only 1,500 cycles, yes, that is a convertible BMW Z4. Beautiful. Will that fit in your garage? If you have a 2-car garage, might not gonna need it. You might need a 2-car garage or 3 with this plan, because guess what? When you go to 5,000 cycles, just 5,000 cycles, you get an i8, which is an amazing car. If you haven't driven this this beautiful, it's electric, it's one amazing BMW. But let's say you get the BMW and next year you're going at it and you get 10,000 cycles. Well, here we go. 10,000 cycles, beautiful ride, Lamborghini Hurricane. A beautiful car equivalent to 700 BTC, which is 700 Bitcoin. We're going to match that in 700 Bitcoin. That's how much we're going to spend on that Lamborghini of your choice, of your color. And we're not just buying one for you guys, one person that made it. Every single person that gets 10,000 cycles is going to get a Lamborghini Hurricane. We're going to ask that you drive it for at least a year before you get rid of it. That's marketing. Okay, guys, so I think I've gone through pretty much everything today that you might have any questions over. If you have a couple of questions, I would be happy to answer those. You can ask me in the bar down at the bottom, message me, and I'll answer some questions. Let me do a couple of shout outs to Will in the United States, our Canada brothers, Jeff and Boris out there. And you guys, I appreciate you so much for tuning in with us today. Kyle, where are you from? I see Brazil in here too. We've got a lot of people today. I appreciate you guys coming in. How many members already? Well, in the United States, we're a little bit under 500 members. Actually, no, I take that back. We're over about 570, almost 600 members in just the United States. Brazil is the biggest leading country right now because I think that has a lot to do with Dover. My partner has about 1 million followers that live in Brazil. He's from Brazil. We have about 4,000 members in Brazil to date, and we're just rocking. Do we have any founders packages left, and how many are there? Well, I guess I should explain founders packages first. That's a good question, Robin. So how many founders packages do we have? Guys, I have about 6 founders packages left in my back pocket. You heard it here on the webinar. If you're hearing this webinar recorded, then you know that those are gone because this is live right now. And so if you are thinking of upgrading to a founder, or you have a couple of people that are on the fence to be a founder, right now is the time to get in. Bitcoin is at a low of 900. It's going to surpass that, as you all know. I do appreciate all of you. Founders package is 2% of the net profit split between only 500 people every quarter starting in March. If I said that too fast, I'll go over it again. That's 2% of the net split between only 500 people. Now think about this, guys. If we already have almost 5,000 or more people in the company, and you're one of those 500 out of those 5,000, we're going to have 50,000. We're going to have 1 million. Keep thinking about this. If you're one of 500 of 1 million people that are in the company, do you think people will seek out who's a founder, who's wearing that pin on their lapel that says founding partner? Yeah, you betcha. So the accolades that go with being a founder are huge. So I hope that you all will understand that being a founder is not just taking 2% of our net profit every quarter, because that's going to be a pretty big check, I believe, especially when you come to about the third or fourth quarter. And if you don't believe in that, that's fine too. We'd love to have you in, but if you come in right now at 5.05 Bitcoin, or if you've already in at 1.05 Bitcoin and you want to come up to founder level, then just put in 4 Bitcoin and our system will recognize you, and boom, you're a founder. So guys, I think I've gone through pretty much everything. So that's funny, Will. You sold everything you can to make it as a founder. I already know you are a founder, Will, and I appreciate you very much. You guys, I see some numbers floating around there. I guess you're calling each other. If you want me to call you, reach out to me personally. Um, I see you guys are exchanging numbers. Great. Okay, so that's not for me. Well, guys, thanks again so much for tuning into the webinar. Please make sure, again, you tell everybody Friday at 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 4 o'clock Eastern Time. Brazil, you know, I think it's what, 7 o'clock out there in Brazil. Thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in to our webinar. This is Joff Paradise from Trade Coin Club. Going to sign off. Thank you guys again for everything you're doing. And we are going to go viral, and we're blowing it up in the USA, Canada, all over the world, 155 countries and growing daily. Thanks again, guys. I'm signing out. We love you, we appreciate you, and we are here to serve you